When the world thinks of Sri Lanka, it sees this: world-class tea, ancient culture, a passion for cricket, a paradise known for its beauty. But beneath the postcard image lies a different kind of power, a skilled workforce, an incredible 93% literacy rate, topping South Asia's talent and innovation rankings. This nation's strategic location puts the world's largest and fastest-growing markets right on its doorstep. It's the perfect sandbox. But for decades, that potential was scattered. It needed a center of gravity, a place to collide, collaborate, and create. In 2018, Hatch opened its doors not just to startups, but to a new way of thinking. Starting with just 28 startups in 2019, it became a community. But just as the community found its footing, the nation was shaken. In 2019, a wave of coordinated terrorism struck at the country's sense of security. Optimism faltered. The outside world grew quiet. The journey, for a moment, seemed to stop. And before the wounds could heal, the world shut down. The pandemic emptied the new co-working spaces. Then, the foundation itself gave way. A full-blown economic collapse. The nation was out of fuel, out of power, and seemingly out of time. For most, this would be the end. But in a nation forged by adversity, the story never ends in the darkness. It's where the startup nation found its true definition. The definition was simple. When the old systems fail, you build new ones. And Hatch knew they couldn't do it alone. And that definition was about to be tested and proven. In 2023, with the economic crisis still making global headlines, a legendary investor came to Colombo. Tim Draper, an early backer of companies like Tesla, didn't just see the fuel lines, he saw the talent. At a speaker panel, aptly named From Troubled Nation to Startup Nation, his message was a beacon. He brought his US show, Meet the Drapers, to Hatch, giving Sri Lankan startups a chance to compete on a global stage, right from their own home turf. Hatch partnered with Draper Startup House, a global network for entrepreneurs, to open Colombo's first co-living space. The goal was to attract a new kind of digital nomad, the digital nomad entrepreneur. It was a strategic move to position Sri Lanka as a hub to connect, inspire, and build.
We visited Hatch, and there is some incredible up-and-coming businesses coming out of that Hatch program. In some stages, Sri Lanka is leading the way in the entrepreneurial sector.
Building on this momentum required more than just inspiration. It required fuel. And Hatch knew they couldn't do it alone. They found an ally in First Capital, a subsidiary of the Jana Shakti Group. With more than 4 decades of fueling progress in Sri Lanka's financial markets, First Capital stepped forward as the title sponsor.
First Capital, in collaboration with Hatch, has brought Startup Nation into Sri Lanka. This is, I think, one of the most iconic partnerships that we can look at when bringing entrepreneurs onto an international stage. They're offering $100,000 for the winner of this competition. That's 30 million rupees to start your own business, to get your own idea, and to be able to compete on a global scale.
This wasn't just a program, it was a transformative bridge designed to address persistent gaps in funding and market access.
I think you can't deny the fact that there are so many startups that have really come to light in the last few years. I think Sri Lanka has more than 1,000 registered startups doing amazing things, and really all are the pulse of the economy and where we are going in terms of disrupting thinking, bringing about change. And that is honestly why we wanted to be a part of this, to really fuel, what you all are doing, to really be part of the meaningful conversations, and to see, really how we can add value to what you are doing.
The selection process was intensive. From over 180 applications, the field was cut to the top 50 and then narrowed down to the 25 teams chosen to move forward. Their next step: 10 days of mandatory workshops and competitions, running from September 16th to the 25th. This was their chance to break down every part of their business and build it back stronger. This is where we meet the contenders. Every team, regardless of their background, was now in the same fight. They were being mentored, questioned, and judged by industry leaders. Their ideas, their models, this was their first chance to get in front of the money, to prove their model was viable, to navigate the deal room. Now, let's explore the structure of the deal room and what these contenders faced.
Hi everyone. So I'm Prashant Premakumar. I'm the founder and CEO of Cultivate. Cultivate is basically, we are a digital enabler for agribusinesses. The problem we see is, if you take the agricultural ecosystem and put that into a pyramid, you have the farmers and the agri-sector workers, the most impoverished section of the community. They are at the bottom of the pyramid. And then as you go up the value chain, you got the dealers, wholesalers, and the very top of the pyramid, you got the conglomerates, corporates, large-scale enterprises who are dealing in the agricultural ecosystem. Now, most of the agri-tech companies have tried to go farm to fork. That means they're trying to connect the farmers with the consumers. And in many cases, that has been a failure because the farmers have several challenges, like they're not very tech savvy, there is access to cash problem, and actually the startup space going directly to farmers have literally failed. And we have seen scenarios in Indonesia, Malaysia, in Bangladesh, etc. What we do is we take a top-down approach. We believe there is an existing ecosystem. There is a working mechanism where agri-businesses are directly working with, through their middlemen or through their associations with the farmers. By digitally enabling the agri-business on top, the entire ecosystem gets digitalized. That's what we've been doing, and that's where exactly we've been focusing on. Currently, I believe we have covered most of the big boys in the agriculture sector in Sri Lanka. If you take Cargill's, the entire fruits and vegetable procurement on a daily basis, which is around 150 tons, which is around $100,000 payment a day, on a daily basis done through our platform. There is no middleman involved. It's an entirely AI-driven system based on crop forecasting, and instantly the farmers get an SMS just to bring their crops the next day, and that's fully automated. Similarly, we've got Brown's Plantation, the largest plantation, tea plantation business in the world right now. The entire field automation is done on us. So we've covered most of the agribusiness involved in this segment. When it comes to technology, it's IoT driven, it's end-to-end traceability enabled. I myself am a data scientist, so we bring the entire data analytics background into the entire focus area, and there is massive visualization that's going into play. And we have brought in fintech now. Recently, we onboarded DPL, where the DPL farmer, the latex farmers, get their payments within 30 seconds. And that's the first time in the country we have done that in partnership with HNB.
This gives us a clear look at the format. The founders had exactly 6 minutes to pitch and only 4 minutes to answer the judges' questions.
So given that this is a B2B business,
yes,
I presume the farmer it doesn't cost the farmer anything, right?
Absolutely not.
You make your money out of the B2B, right?
Absolutely.
Do you have any competition in this space?
So there are scattered competition in different angles. There are some on-prem ERP solutions which were built around 30 years ago, still running in some tea factories. There are some Indian companies who provide plantation-based ERP systems, not the field automation system. But if you take the full gamut of the solutions, with field automation, payment, and ERP, and multiple modules involved, we have very limited competition to one competition in India, in North India. At this point, in Sri Lanka, of course, we don't have a direct competitor for the full gamut of solutions.
But the Q&A wasn't always straightforward. The judges weren't just analyzing the business. They were also trying to understand the nature of the founder.
Does anything keep you awake at night in this business?
It was a true two-way conversation, a deep dive between the pitchers and the panel. It marked the first step in the Startup Nation journey. Let's explore the key highlights from the deal room.
Introducing Scouts, drone-based first response. We are a Sri Lanka-based drone manufacturer with expert global talent utilizing drones for use cases in public as well as private security.
While we have all our needs met on demand, safety is a sector that is severely underserved. The response oftentimes is slow, unresponsive, and unorganized. In the face of an incident, people need a solution that can record and deter an attack and do it fast. Scouts is a solution that pairs an SOS with an AI-aided drone and a human first responder team who will assess the situation and inform and organize the necessary authorities.
Our drones are geared for first response. We'll reach there faster than a friend, a family member, or even the police. We'll use twin drone deployment as a fail-safe mechanism. One of our premium features is a walk me feature that will walk you down a shady area or a dimly lit street. The idea is to make you safer, feel safer. So we'll be following a rapid response design, ideally covering a radius of 2 to 3 kilometers in about 90 seconds. State-of-the-art AI models and zero trust architecture to ensure data protection. Moving on to our private domain, this is where we offer private security for estates and facilities. So we will have AI-guided drones that will essentially use state-of-the-art proprietary AI models to identify objects and patrol, automatically detect threats and alert the base if a threat is identified, ideally reaching there faster than a security guard.
How easy or how difficult is it for someone to replicate this?
Right, so our edge is our AI stack. We are looking at making hardware as cheap as possible and sophisticating it with the AI stack, computer vision, wayfinding models, and P2P networking for drone swarming.
Software is where like people get excited if you're especially globally scaling where your IP lands.
Yeah, so
how does that look like? Is that in the pre-seed round or is that more like seed and beyond?
Yeah, that most probably wouldn't be in the pre-seed round. So right now we are raising $250,000 at a $5 million valuation. So we raised $120,000 so far, 130 to go. After that's done, pre-seed is at $750,000 at $10 million valuation.
No, to be more specific, what are you asking us?
Well, we are asking for a ticket size of about $100,000 at
For what? For what?
For the private security aspect.
No, for what percent?
To hire people, we need to hire.
$100,000 for what? What is the offer in terms of what percentage of the company?
At a $5 million valuation.
Okay.
5%.
5%?
My name is Shehara Fernando and I am from DirectPay. I've got my colleague Madhuma as well. So DirectPay, what is DirectPay? DirectPay is actually a fintech company. We drive innovation in fintech, in the fintech domain, helping banks, financial institutions, as well as connecting merchants and customers together. So we see a trend in using digital payments and getting out from cashless to digital transactions basically. How DirectPay comes into place is merchants can use a link to send their customers, and the customers can make the payments through links or QR for that matter.
There are so many players now. So
Correct.
how have your margins evolved while revenues have also progressed? How have the margins evolved?
So in terms of our profit margin, we only take a 0.5% mark. So that is a very minimal profit margin. We are quite open about it as well, giving inclusivity for the merchants as well as the customers. So having that clear transparency has actually helped us come this way and in the future as well.
So there is no change in the margin actually. The change was the number of transactions and the revenue.
And the merchants as well.
Looking forward, where do you see the real growth coming from? You had about 7 or 8 different elements in your business. Where did you see the real, if you look at the top 3 areas of focus for the next 5 years, where will you see?
Thank you. We see a lot in lending products.
Are you the owners? Or?
No, I am actually the senior product manager. And
I'm the management accountant.
She is management accountant.
So
the owner is
Kanishka
Viram.
This company.
Owner is Kanishka Viramunda, Dr. Kanishka.
Okay, where does he live?
Beg your pardon?
Where does he live?
So it's a funny story. He lives in Sri Lanka. He likes taking risks, and he wanted to give me this position as a newcomer.
But he couldn't be bothered coming here to ask for $6 billion rupees.
No, it's not that. It's not that. He wanted to give me the chance of doing it. It's about risks. It's a risk that I'm taking as well. I actually wanted to start off my presentation by pitching into risk with doing this. I hope I did was able to do something.
How easy or how difficult is it to replicate this model? For someone to come in and replicate this model?
It's actually not easy. It's actually not easy because having partnerships with almost all the major banks is one. Having a payment switch, which ours is purely built from ourselves, 100% locally. It's local talent and built from scratch. The technology we use, the switch that we use is a smart AI switch. So to answer your question, it's not easy at all.
Right. Hi everyone, my name is Devin. I'm the CEO and founder of Torch Labs. So we're trying to solve $1 billion issue of trying to give data access. What is the problem, right? So firstly, e-commerce and retailers have zero visibility into pricing, whether it be domestic or international pricing. So this is blocked by geolocation and all these restrictions, right? Just a 1% pricing error causes an 8% change in profits. Secondly, when you look at data collection, 37% of the internet is powered by bad bots. So all this anti-detection and all this software prevents from normal legitimate data scraping processes. Most companies are spending millions of dollars in training their data models. So just looking at OpenAI, they spend $250 million in collecting data sets. So we're trying to solve $1 billion data access issue. Our solution comes in 3 main steps. So we provide proxies. So what is a proxy? In the simplest form, it's basically a VPN. So if you look at a VPN, if it's like a car on one road, proxies are basically a highway with millions of lanes and millions of cars going to multiple locations at the same time. So we're able to provide this access to companies. So we provide residential, ISP, and hybrid proxies, and these are all enterprise-grade solutions that connect to any existing system. So what sets us apart from the competitors is we firstly have the hybrid proprietary solution, which is combining multiple products into one. So no one in the industry is doing this right now except us. And secondly, we provide industry-specific proxy pools. So I mentioned 3 niche industries, but in reality, there's thousands of industries. So each day there's a new use case popping up for proxies. So we're able to cater to all of these industries seamlessly.
What are the barriers to entry in this industry for you?
Barriers to entry in the industry for competitors. So to be a proxy company, you need to partner with all these apps. So proxies are basically VPNs, right? So you need IP addresses in the millions, right? So we have all these partnerships. We have the partnerships with data centers. Like if you look at America, we partner with Verizon, T-Mobile, Comcast. So we are able to provide all this access without having to do any contracts. But if you're coming in as a new incumbent, you have to have long-term contracts with them. So we have established this relationship for a while. We have long-term contracts with them and we're able to provide these services.
And from a pricing point of view, you showed 4 verticals, right? 4 different verticals, or different lines of business. So you're defending a 56% gross margin across all 4?
Yes, so some products are higher margin. So direct sales, 100% margin. Reseller API, around 50-60%. And a white label and managed white label solution, 100% again, because it's infrastructure, we build it and we just sell it. Same with infrastructure. So the margins are combined. So we get 56 from that. Our goal is to expand our direct to consumer product because that has 100% margins. So we want to really expand on that product. We're offering a premium quality product and we have that technology where we are combining 2 things together. So no one has this in the market. So we're able to, if we can market this, that'll be a huge seller in the market because we already have a proven track record in terms of the distribution because people are using this new product that we're having. So we can get our name out in terms of marketing spend. That's the main goal there.
25 startups have faced the investor panel in the deal room. For teams like Scouts, CrowdSnap, and Direct Pay, they've survived the first round of tough questions, but their journey is far from over. The judges' decisions are in. From 25 contenders, only 10 will move on. The stakes are about to get higher. Next time on Startup Nation, we meet the finalists.
Learn, adapt, innovate, expand, and really upscale. This kind of opportunity is open up to everybody in Sri Lanka. And I would say, take that opportunity. Take the guidance, take the investment, take the know-how, take the strategy, and let's take on the world. Here's to First Capital, Hatch, and Startup Nation. Cheers.